Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mama and the Bake Brigade. Hope everybody's having a good evening. I'm doing pretty good, but I did want to come on and clear a few things up. I had mentioned in, I think a couple of videos ago or a few days ago that I was considering doing channel memberships because my channel's just recently monetized and I'm now eligible to do memberships. Well, after reading your comments and further consideration, I am not going to be doing channel memberships. A lot of you have great insight after watching me for a while. You have great insight as to what would probably stress me out, and you hit the needle on the head. And the trying to create perks to make it worth someone's while to buy memberships would stress me out. And as most of you know, I am a disabled person. I have multiple health issues, and I am on a fixed income. I get disability, and and of course, a lot of you guys, my lovely family member subscribers, are also on disability and on a fixed income. So it would, to me, be unjustly, unfair to you guys for me to do these memberships and have these perks, and have things that y'all couldn't, get because you couldn't afford the memberships. So I'm not going to have that and have anyone feel disenfranchised or not getting the full benefit of my channel because you can't afford a $2.99 or $5.99 subscription. I'm not going to do that. Now, please know, any other content creators watching this, I don't begrudge anybody their memberships. If you are able to juggle that and keep that going and everybody's cool with it on your channel, fantastic. That's wonderful. I'm glad you're able to do that. But on mine, it's just not right for my channel. So I'm not going to be doing that. Now, on the other hand, I will go over ways that you all as subscribers can help my channel if you want to. Ways that won't cost you anything, and ways that if you have a little bit of means and want to help me, you can. Ways that you can help me monetarily without costing you anything is running my playlist. Now that I'm monetized, all those commercials that are playing during my videos, I get a little piece of that now. So I have a playlist called Daily Vlog. That's where most of my freeform videos like this are going to be located. And my freeform videos are anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes. So that's more ads will be included in there. So if you have time and you have a laptop or computer or whatever, and you can just leave it running somewhere and want to just go pull that playlist up and let it run and go about your day cleaning or cooking or crocheting or whatever, and just let it run, that will help me. I will get that ad revenue. So there you go. It doesn't cost you anything, and you have helped my channel. On the other hand, if you have a couple of dollars, I think because at the bottom of the video, if you're watching on your phone or tablet or even on your TV, there's right below the video, there's a little heart with a $sign in it. That's called Super Thanks, I think. If you click on it, it gives you an option. I think you can donate as little as 99 cents. If you want to, you can do that on the videos. And what I'm going to do as a special thanks to the folks that do that is I'm going to keep track of those folks that do that. And at the end of the month, I'm going to read out those folks' names that do that for me. And the folks that do that get special. It's not a membership thing, but I'm going to give them special recognition at the end of the month. Say, hey, thank you for my super thanks. And Of course, when I do live broadcast, right there at the beginning of the chat box, you'll see a little $sign, and you can give as little as 99 cents. Okay, if you're not comfortable going through YouTube to donate money to me, okay, down below, in my description box, there are other ways to donate to the channel that don't include the money being funneled through from YouTube to me. And there is PayPal. My PayPal information is down there. My Cashapp information is down there. My Venmo information is down there. And my Apple Pay information is down there. If you want to do that. I'm not asking you to do that. It's not a requirement for you to do that. I know some people just don't want to go through YouTube to donate money to their content creator. So I have had those links in my description box for many months, but I am not one of those content creators that begs for money. I figure if someone wanted to donate to me, and a couple have, thank you very much. I just figure if someone wanted to bad enough that they would look in the description box and find it and act accordingly. It's just not something I beg to do. Because, I mean, do we scrimp and scrape around here? Sort of. We do okay. We just don't do a lot of outings. You know, we eat okay, and all the bills are paid. We just don't do a lot of extra outings and a lot of extra stuff like some people do. We don't take trips, and we don't, things of that nature. I would just like a little more cushy of a life like anyone else. But I'm not scrimping and scraping. I can't afford a whole lot of extra stuff. The extra stuff that I do is giveaways and buying myself yarn. I was fortunate that someone donated some money via PayPal this past week, and I was able to place an order with Premier for my sweet rolls during the sweet roll sale. So I have that this coming Thursday. I did get the shipment notice today. So I will be getting my sweet roll order. But I just blessed that someone sent me a little PayPal donation, and then my oldest son paid his weekly rent, and voila, I had the money for my sweet roll order. So, I don't look for such things to happen, but when they do, I'm not gonna, be upset about it. I praise the Lord and thank you for the blessing, But if you so choose, those are the options available to you. You can work around YouTube as far as donating money to me, and all the information that you need to do that is always in the description box of my videos. So, just to let you know, it's there if you don't want to wait, or if you don't want me to have to wait for the money to be, funneled through YouTube, then you can do it that way. Any which way that I thought someone would be more comfortable sending it to me, I have provided the information. So I know a lot of people are not comfortable with different apps and what have you, but that's the only way I have to do it. Also, I noticed that about 40% of y'all are not even subscribed. So per the analytics. And so if you're not subscribed to the channel and you continue to come back, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe to the channel. Just hit the subscribe so that you don't miss any of the videos. And thank you for coming back and watching them, by the way. I just would like you to not miss any of them. So hit the subscribe and the little bell notification, and you won't miss anything. I am trying to create more content on a daily basis. It's just not always, I'm not always up to it health-wise. So, and I am going to go over a little bit about my health. I know not all of you know about what all my health conditions are. I will be 50 this year. I know a lot of people, I don't look 50. No, I don't. By the grace of God, I do not look 50. If I was skinny, I probably would. I certainly feel older than 50. But unfortunately, I have osteoarthritis and bone spurs in my spine. I have a mild case of COPD. I have carpal tunnel in both arms, and lymphedema in both legs. Lymphedema is a condition that I got after having cancer surgery in 2012. I had to have a full hysterectomy due to cancer, and it triggered, it damaged my lymph nodes that circulate the fluid in my body and my lower extremities. And so fluid just accumulates on my legs, especially my left leg, causing them to stay swollen. So I have, like, it looks like the Michelin Man leg on my left leg especially. So it's all the time swollen, and I have to wear baggy pants. It's very uncomfortable and painful, and I get kids pointing at me sometimes, and jerking their mother and pointing, going, "What's wrong with her leg?" You know. But it is what it is. I've dealt with the lymphedema since 2014, so I'm quite used to it. It's been, a long time. I also I have bipolar disorder. I have anxiety disorder. I have PTSD due to childhood traumas and some things that happened to me in my early 20s. I have something called personality B disorder. I'm on various medications for all these things. And a lot of people, when they hear I have mental health issues, they're shocked. They don't understand how in the world that I could have all these issues and still be so jovial and happy and giggly. And I've always been a bit of a bubbly personality, a very outgoing personality. And my mental health didn't crack until after my hysterectomy, when my body went through hormone withdrawal. And that's when my mental health issues surfaced. And I went into a crazy depression, crying all the time, very emotional, couldn't keep control of my emotions. I was up, down, everywhere, very manic at times, and just could not control myself. And it sent me into a tailspin and caused me to do some things that I normally would not do. I lost a good job, couldn't keep a job, lots of things. Hold on, okay, I'm back. My oldest was outside and he was walking through. I want to give him a chance to do that. Anyway, and then I've had some of you all had reached out and asked about my medications. So, and what medications were I taking for my mental health because it's working so well. I'm going to share with you what medications I'm on. I know it's a very personal thing, and I know it's none of y'all's business, but if it helps anyone, then I'm okay with that. But I do want to caution you, because I want to tell you a precautionary tale that I went through recently, last year. One of my good friends is on a medication called Zymbalta, and she bragged about how wonderful it helped her with her physical pain, and she's been on it for years, and it's helped her so much. And I was like, oh, I wonder if it helped me with my physical pain. So I talked to my doctors, and my regular doctor said, sure, if your mental health doctor gives it to you, that's fine, because it's a mental health drug. And so I went to my doctor, and I told my mental health doctor, I said, well, my regular doctor said it's okay, that it won't hurt me, it's not going to interfere with anything else. And so she gave it to me. She said, if you have any problems with it, just, send me a message through the portal, and we'll, go from there. Well, I got it, took it for a couple of nights, and then it took me 4 days to get over the side effects. It made me extremely dizzy, like like holding onto furniture as I walk, kind of dizzy, and then extremely nauseous. For 4 days, I was couch bound and bed bound. I couldn't eat anything but soup. And it was awful. It was the most awful feeling. And so what works for my really good friend couldn't work for me because the side effects were horrendous. So I'm going to share with you these medicines, but just be cautious if you go to your medical professional and ask for these medications, because just because they work for me doesn't mean they'll work for you. So if you could try them, but just, if you're very sensitive to side effects, then just beware of that. So let them monitor you while you try it. Medications. So one of the medications that actually every bipolar person should have on hand is not a medication, it's a supplement, and it's vitamin B12. This is a supplement that you should always have on hand if you have bipolar disorder, in my personal opinion. If you look at the description, it will tell you that it helps stabilize moods. It definitely will help stabilize your mood and also give you energy. I cannot take heavy-duty pain medications, so I take prescription ibuprofen, 800 milligrams. Sometimes I have to take 2. This is my anxiety medicine, and I know there's a name brand for this, but this is hydroxyzine PAM, 50 milligrams, and I usually take 2. And it looks like that. And that's my anxiety medicine. This is my PTSD medicine, and it's called Prazosin, HCl. I take 2. So, and I take that at night. It looks like that. No, get a different one. I can't, and this is kind of, it says Spiridone, ZIP, says Spiridone, 20 milligrams. And I take 1 of these at night. Now I have to take 1 out. This is almost gone. I had another bottle, but it looks like that. I'm supposed to be taking more of that, but I tried with the dosage that they recommended, and it turned me into a zombie. No. Okay. Cyclobenza. Anyway, this is a muscle relaxer, and I take 10 milligrams of a muscle relaxer every night because of the little knots. I get little quarter-sized knots along my lower back if I don't. And so this is, I think it's, I forget what else it's called, the name brand it's called, but it's Cyclobenza something. Anyways, little blue pills like that. And this is for IBS, because sometimes I have trouble with my digestion, my intestines. I have diverticulitis, and so I take diclomine, 20 milligrams. I'm supposed to take 3 of those a day. So, and they're just they're little blue pills too. Okay, and this is the last one. This is a generic name for Topamax, and this is 50 milligrams, and I take 2 of these at night, and they're just a little light colored pill, and I take 2 of those at night, and it does make me a little shaky. Sometimes I'm a little shaky. Now the Topamax does suppress my appetite, so when I first wake up during the day, it's very rare that I'm hungry. I may not eat until supper time. So sometimes I'm hungry when I get up. Sometimes I don't eat for many hours. It just depends. Depends on when the last time I ate before I went to bed. Now, if I eat an hour before I went to bed, then I'm probably not going to eat for many hours when I first get up. If I ate at like 6 p.m. and went to bed at 1 a.m., then I'm going to eat when I get up. So it just depends. But those are the medications I'm on. It's not fun, but they make me thirsty a lot of the times. Also take Benadryl a lot of times because I get what I call the itchies, and that's anxiety related. But I get the itchies, and I wake up with scratch marks all over that I don't remember giving myself. So, but my mental health, I pray a lot for my mental health, and I know that gives me a lot of strength and gives me a lot of joy. And this channel has helped me a lot with my mental health, being able to talk to all of y'all and get the positive and reinforcement and feedback. Y'all really don't realize how much the love that y'all give me and the comments has helped me so much. And I just didn't, when I started this, I didn't know that it would be like that. And it's been such a joy. And a lot of times, you know, coping things for when you have mental health issues like mine, things that help you get through, like if I'm in a bad headspace, if I get really down, I just try to think of things that make me happy and try to focus on those. And a lot of times I have to monitor what I watch on TV, to stay away from things that are sad. I try to watch uplifting programs, animal programs, you know, things that are uplifting. I try to stay away from things, if depending on my mood, if I can watch things, you know, because some of my favorite things are murder mysteries, detective shows, documentaries about crime and stuff like that. But if I'm in a foul mood or a depressed mood, I stay away from that stuff. I'll go watch a dog rescue show or something that I know is going to end positively, just to keep myself from falling into a depression. I would just advise, if you feel like, you know, you're in one of those depressive moods, that it could be triggered from certain things, to stray away from that. If you have negative people or if you have friends or relationships that you don't have to have, or, you know, people in your life that you don't necessarily have to have in your life, that are not making you happy, that are contributing to your depression, that are making you sad, you might want to move away from those relationships if they're making you sad, or if they're not bringing you joy, or if they're contributing to your depression. If you don't have to have those people in your life, you might consider, you know, moving away from those relationships if you can. I've had to do that. It's not an easy task, but it's worth it. I mean, you know, there is such a thing as self-preservation, and it's important for your own health that you do that. There are people that I love but I don't like. You know, there's reasons why I don't associate with certain people that are even blood kin to me. It's because they negatively impact my mental health. And it's a very difficult thing to do, but when you have to take stock of what's good for you mentally and physically, because sometimes my mental health manifests in physical symptoms. And so I have to think about, okay, what's going to be good for me mentally and physically versus what seems right, you know, because sometimes those family members or those people that have been in your life for so long, if they're in your life so long that they've been causing you depression, Well, maybe if you shake loose of that person and get them out of your life, you might start living a happier life. You might see some positive changes in your life that you didn't see happening until you got rid of them. So, I know maybe that seems harsh, but sometimes that's necessary. So, you don't have to be harsh to them. You can just, choose not to associate with them. Choose not to make plans with them. Choose not to go around them. Choose not to call them. Choose not to text them. Choose not to, just spend time with them. Just make your own plans and do your own thing that doesn't involve them. And just start doing your own thing and doing what's best for yourself. And pretty soon you'll realize that you just mentally feel better. You physically feel better. And you'll realize that those people were holding you down and making you feel bad. And you don't need that. So, that's my advice. It's not an easy, I know I make it sound easy, but it's not. I know it's not easy. It's easier said than done, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. So, anyway, I'm going to wrap this up here and just let y'all know that I love you, and so does Jesus. And please remember to adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. And, of course, I know that more than anybody because I sleep with my 2 best friends. 4 paws and a tail, babe. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.